Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing this this August the 14th, 2025 daily cryptocurrency and blockchain technology gold and silver bullion update. And we're going to do these very quickly we'll do them from the daily time frame still, but we're going to do these quickly. I'm on the go here. You can see the XRP price is once again at that critical spot, just as its advertising is at the critical spot of getting denied. We're at the critical spot of going below major short-term support, and if we do that, like we were talking about, you're underneath target. If you do fall below this critical 307 support level, the underneath magnet's going to be that 255. So if you break this, the 255 is what this is going to act as a magnet in the XRP price after this little retaliatory bounce the last 10 days, after we came down to the 50-day moving average the first time. And if we can't hold that, and right now we're sitting just above that 307, and remember, if you fall below this 307, that 255 is going to act as a major magnet, as major lower support down there. With initial support, you can see where you wicked down to earlier today, the last couple of days, Wednesday night and Thursday, and you bounced off the 50-day just above it again. You're going to break the 50-day if you come back to it, and you're going to end up on the 100-day at about $2.69. But if you can hold this 307, obviously the 366, you can make another major run at. But as of now, you're in a bearish pattern. There was, I think, a $1 billion crypto sell-off the last 24 hours. There's mass sell-offs in the Ethereum and in the Bitcoin, right? But in the Ethereum, this is the major spot right now that you're trying to hold. You can see the wick just above the moving averages, and right now you're sitting just above that 307 major support. But there's about 50 cents between this area and the next area, major support at 255. So that's something that you really have to pay attention to and really have to watch out for in order to understand the short-term movement of the price. And those are your key levels that I wanted to talk about. If we look at the XLM and XRP are the same, they always run on the same similar pattern look, just at different levels. The 43 cents, you can see now it's just below it with the XLM price after it had the same retaliatory pump right there back in July. Then it had to dump down to the 50-day moving average in the daily. Then it had to retaliatory bounce off of that. And now you're slightly below that 43 cents. And if you're below that 43 cents, the area that's going to want to act like a magnet is going to be that 50-day moving average again, but more specifically, the 35 cents. You can see you wicked on it last time. This time, it's going to want to act like a big magnet on there, and it's going to want to bring it back down to there if you can't get any kind of quick support to bounce back over this 43 cents. You're likely to come all the way down to the 35 cents. And if you get back inside of this green support and resistance box down there, that goes from 31 cents to 36 cents. Unlike last time where you had the quick double tap and you didn't get back into there, you just touched the top part of it. That's a big, big fall from where you're at now. And currently you're below that critical 43 cents. And that is a big 20% fall from where you're at now. So if you want to avoid that 20% fall in the next 7 days, you need to get back on top of this 43 cents as this guy makes an illegal lane change without a turn signal and underneath the light. That's what you got to get back above, is that 43 cents, or else you threaten a 20% fall, and that's similar with all of these coins. The same thing with Ethereum. You can see Ethereum has two red candles for the first time in a while, and now what's likely to happen is the same thing we drew yesterday, and the same thing that for the Ohio State University, Michigan State Spartans, and the rest of the scumbags around college football, the hammer did not come down today, and that's right, simply known as the 2023 national champions. Pull it down, pull it down, pull it down, as Jim Harbaugh once said. The fighting Jim Harbaughs and the Michigan Wolverines have to pay a record-breaking $30 million fine, or as I call it, a tax, to win a national championship. And I just thought that was funny today because the NCAA will not vacate the 2023 championship the same way as the new record high has not been broken by the cryptocurrency market and has been heavily rejected and taken away, unlike what the NCAA didn't do to Michigan. They just fined them. And right now, you're just above the megaphone neckline support at just below the all-time high at 4,800 and change, and just above the megaphone neckline support now at 4,051. And I think that's actually what's going to happen this weekend. I think you're going to come hit that megaphone neckline support. And if we zoom out, you can see the megaphone. See that? It looks like a megaphone pattern, right? So I think we're going to come down and touch that at the 4,000 and change, and then that's going to be the test as we decline to have that. That'll be the tap to where, is that going to be the golden tap like you had right here? You see that like right there? What we're looking at right now, it bounced up to 3,400 after being just below the megaphone neckline resistance, and that catapults it to the next level. Could that be what happens now? I think that might be what happens, but what I think for sure is going to happen is this weekend we're coming to the 4,100 and change, and then we're going to round this out with the Bitcoin price. You can see the Bitcoin price came off a rejection after it briefly made a new all-time high, and then obviously we had a quick reversal like you would expect, and now we're coming back down, and now the 50-day moving average, which is uptrending obviously, is going to be your first support, which you're almost for sure 98% chance of hitting this weekend. And then I'm going to put about a 83.69% chance that actually in the next 7 days we come down to the 110,000 and change, and the multi-year 3.5-year rising channel lower support, right down there just below the 100-day moving average. And I think we're going to retest that this weekend, just like we did back there about 2 months ago, and then went on this next leg to the upside. I think that's probably where we're going now, and then that's what we're going to pay attention for over the next 7 days. Like the channel, become members of Jabroni Killers. It's cheap and as little, and best value of $3.99 a month to help support these daily videos and build our asset millionaire status together. Peace and love. The Rock's Eyebrow is Jay.